We have very mixed feelings about what went on in court. On the one hand, the judge imposed the minimum sentence that he could have imposed under the law. We asked for a sentence of 30 years and 1 day because we recognized that the prosecutors had charged a mandatory minimum count that carried with it 30 years in prison for using government-issued weapons in a war zone. We found that charge unconscionable, but we recognized the realities that this court faced at sentencing today. His hands were tied. They were tied directly by the prosecutorial decisions made by the Justice Department. And their feelings known, and I know she has some things she'd like you to hear. Thank you. But what he did beyond that is he said it was enough. He said that 30 years for these events that took place in a war zone were enough, despite the fact that this government, the same government that sent our clients out into harm's way, asked the court to put them away for effective life sentences. They wanted my client to go away for 57 years. The sentences for the other defendants were equally long and frankly grotesque. And we're gratified that the judge saw through that argument and imposed the minimum sentence he could have imposed today by law.
Speak out against the wrongful persecution of any serviceman or woman who has been targeted by the government for that these 4 decorated veterans, Nick Slatton, Paul Slough, Evan Liberty, and Dustin Hurd, are guilty of nothing more than being selected as scapegoats for the confessed wrongdoing of another teammate. At any other point in history, these men would be held up as heroes, but instead they're being imprisoned to what amounts to life sentences for defending themselves and their teammates in the most dangerous place on earth. These men are not the heartless, sinister caricatures that have been cast type into so many movies. These are honest, courageous, patriotic, and most of all, ordinary men with families, including wives and young children, who sacrifice their youth and the innocence for the purpose of preserving life, not taking it. They risk their lives to protect our liberties and theirs. All 4 of these men have served in the armed forces honorably, and each have impressive and lengthy records of awards and commendations for their bravery, integrity, and restraint. We're confident in the merits of the appeal, and we will not stop fighting for true justice until these men come home.